Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. We are in our Super Bowl 60 countdown. I hope y'all are having a great day. We've got news coming out of the NFL. Not much news coming out of the NFL, which is not surprising, knowing that we are going into Super Bowl 60 and everybody is focusing on that. So I can completely understand if you're wondering about your team and you really don't see anything going on. Good morning, mamas. I can understand your frustration. Like my wife is an Arizona Cardinal fan. They still haven't hired a head coach. There's rumors all around of who could be their head coach, who might not be their head coach. You've got good morning, Blake. You've got the Las Vegas Raiders still have not hired a head coach. Those are the only two teams in the NFL right now that do not have head coaches. And when you look at the Raiders, they have the number one overall draft pick. They need a head coach. So do the Cardinals, who have the number 3 draft pick in the first round. You need a head coach because we are getting close to what's up, C. Wright? We are getting close to the combine at the end of February. And you want to have your head coach, your staff, and everybody in place. What's up, Chris? You want to have everybody in place so that when you go into the combine, you know what direction you're going. We know the Arizona Cardinals need a quarterback. We know the Raiders need a quarterback. And going into mid-February, right? It could be mid-February before these jobs are filled, because it sounds like that the Raiders and the Cardinals both are looking at people that are on the staff of the Rams and the Seahawks. Now, yes, you can talk to them this coming up weekend per NFL rules, but you cannot hire them until they are done with the Super Bowl. So that kind of puts you in a bind. Now, this is where I have a problem with the NFL and the way that they have things planned out. I think we need to move the combine. And let me explain. The combine is very important because that affects the draft in the end of April. I think we need to move the combine into the middle of March. And that would give teams that are looking for a head coach more time. When you're looking for a head coach, you can't hire one until after the end of the season anyway, which ends in January, late January. And if you're looking at a playoff team for their position, you can't hire one of their staffs until they are eliminated or win the Super Bowl. So you put yourself in a bind. You put yourself in a position that the Super Bowl ends on February 8th, correct? Yes. So you have the Super Bowl on February 8th. The combine starts February 18th or 19th. So that's basically 2 weeks to get your staff together to go to the combine, to see who you are going to draft. Now, yes, you have from February, the end of February, all the way to April to go to, college, their colleges for their pro days and stuff like that. But I love the NFL and I love the way it's set up. But I think we need to start looking at possibly changing some of the way the NFL time is. Another thing they should look at, and this is what I've been thinking. Now we know that the NFL wants to go to 18-game schedule. Good morning, brother. How y'all doing? Hi. Now that the NFL wants to go to an 18-game schedule, 2 bye weeks, get rid of the 3rd preseason game, and only have 2 preseasons, I think we need to move the league year or the start of the NFL season back, not forward, not moving forward, but start the regular season possibly mid-August. And what would that do? If we start the regular season instead of like the second weekend of September or the first weekend of September, and we started in the middle of August, that gives you time at the end of the year. Yes, I get it. It would move the Super Bowl back. But if a lot of you remember, the Super Bowl used to always be played in January. It was always in January. But now it's in February because we've expanded. I'm doing pretty good, T. Good morning, matey. So if we were to move it back, not forward, but back, our regular season, yes, I do know I lost, and I'm perfectly fine with it. if we started in August, good morning, Dirk. We could move the Super Bowl back into January, and now that gives that leeway to teams who are looking for head coaches more time when it comes to the combine. Because a lot of fans do. Good morning, Jay. A lot of fans do not understand. The combine is very, very important. A lot of fans look over the combine, think it's no big deal, but that's wrong. That is where so the combine's in February, at the end of February. We know that the league year starts in March. Did you know that at the combine, owners, general managers, and them can get together and start the legal tampering process for free agency? Now, they can't make anything official until 2 days before the new league year, but they can start their legal tampering. So the way the league is set, it's weird. What's up, Chris?
So, like, I was listening to you about moving the combine to March, but they do that for a reason, because when teams go to the combine, that's where they scout and say, okay, this is where our needs are. So they scout the players that they need, and if that player is not there or the numbers at the combine, they say, hey, you know what? Like, let's see what we can do in free agency, and then come back to that. That's why they do it that way, because teams look at that and say, okay, cool. Like, it free agency, we know what's going, because you know most players that are going to go to free agency if they have been re-signed. Okay, hey, this guy potential. So they do the combine at that time, because they can say, hey, you know what, like, let's look at this position that we need. This is a big need for us. If it's not there, then we're going to go when the new league starts in March. We're going to go look at free agency for that position instead of in the draft. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying, Chris. I do. Because, again, it's like, Chris, because you and I talked about it multiple times. After the Super Bowl is when my fun starts, right? Combine, league year, salary caps, everything. But we're putting teams in a bind. Because if you need a head coach, you can't hire them till after. If the person you want, like Clint Kubiak, to say, right? Say the Cardinals want Clint Kubiak, or the Raiders want Clint Kubiak. They now cannot hire him until February 9th. And then they bring him in, hiring. Now he's on a fast track program to get in an offensive coordinator, get a deep staff going, and then you got to hurry up because you only have 18 days, at best, probably less. You probably only have 14 days if you're lucky to get ready for the combine. And when you bring in a new head coach, not all the scouts are still there, because when you bring in a head coach, they like to bring in their people, their scouts, their coordinators, their player personnel. I'm trying not to make an argument to complain, because I'm absolutely not complaining. I love the NFL and everything about it. From the time the league year starts in March all the way till it starts again in the next March. I absolutely love it. I'm just trying to make it more feasible for head coaches and teams.
So realistically, you don't think that the Cardinals and the Raiders have a plan already? Like, I understand that they got GMs in place for this kind of stuff, and GMs, that's why they're GMs, because they got to make these scouting decisions, or what I'm saying, like, so the Cardinals and Raiders have a plan, so it's not like they're going in blind. But I understand the head coach is also another part of that, and he wants to get his guys there. But, like, these teams have plans for, like, every team has a plan for that situation.
All right, let me throw this to you real quick, Chris. Okay, if you'll allow me. All right, because I love your knowledge. You're very knowledgeable, and I respect your counsel. So I'm the general manager of the Cardinals, right? You're an offensive coordinator that is now coaching in the Super Bowl. I cannot hire you until February 9th. Now, we're using the Cardinals for a reason, because, of course, guys know that my wife loves the Arizona Cardinals, and I want them to do good. But we know going into next year that Kyler Murray is not our quarterback, right? We're going to get rid of Kyler Murray. That's already, the writing's on the wall. Now we need a quarterback. So say I'm the general manager. I want to hire you, but I can't hire you or bring you into the facility until the 9th. But I'm out looking at these quarterbacks, right? Say we're at number 3, right? Say I'm the general manager, and I want to make a trade up to number 1 to get Mendoza, right? Say that's what I want to do. Okay. But then you come in after I hire you on the 9th. I've already got this package ready to go to the Raiders. It looks sweet. It looks good. You come in and you go, I don't want to do that. I want to go this direction. Now we have to start back at ground zero. We have to start back at step 1 of, okay, well, now the coach, my head coach, doesn't want to trade up and get Mendoza. He doesn't want to trade away future prospects. He wants to go with, this other quarterback that's, we're going to say you want Malik Willis from Green Bay. We're just going to throw that out there. We're doing hypotheticals here. You want to go with Malik Willis, who's a free agent. So now, as a general manager, I have to work with you as the head coach because that's your guy. That's the guy you want. That's the guy you feel that can build this team or build a team around. So all of my plans that I had from point A to now are out the window, and we have to start all over again. That's where we have a problem here with the timeline. I get it. There's so much in the NFL, you cannot compact it, right? There's only 12 months in the year. There's only 12 months in the year, only 365 days. We can't add more days to the calendar to make the NFL happy, right? We have to go with what God has given us as a calendar. But we have to be more, I guess you could say, time efficient. And by moving the Super Bowl back into January, right? Leave everything the way it is. Leave everything, the combine, the free agency, the new league year, the draft, OT, everything. Leave it all the way it is. But just move the start of the season from September to the second week of August. Because again, the league year is now about to get bigger.
Yeah, but Armchair, this is what I was thinking. Like the NFL runs this problem on itself when they added the extra game, spreading taking the Super Bowl all the way to the middle of February. Like they do this on themselves. So I mean,
does Tua get on a roster next year? Yeah, Tua will be on a different roster. Cardinals are part of my favorite game of all time, Monday night, October 6th. There you go. So I get what you're saying. I really do. Bryce, are you having trouble again, my brother? Man, I think TikTok does not like Bryce. I think Bryce kicked off the TikTok algorithm.
Armchair, what's your take on I think Bo Nix went on the
Hold on, guys. Hold on. What are you saying, Ron?
What's your take on Bo Nix coming out on one of the local radio shows and getting pissed off about Sean Payton, talking about his previous ankle injuries, and I don't know. People are maybe blowing it out of proportion?
They are blowing it way out of proportion. Let me take him back.
Think he's pissed off?
No, he's not pissed off. He's not. This is Sean Payton and Bo Nix relationship because I've seen so much on Twitter, on the internet, everything about it. I want to take you back to a game in Bo Nix's rookie year. Remember when they were wearing their throwbacks and something on the field went wrong and Bo Nix came to the sideline and absolutely got into Sean Payton's face?
Yeah.
That is Sean Payton and Bo Nix's relationship. Everybody is taking what happened and is blowing it way out of proportion. They're taking the firing of our offensive coordinator, our wide receiver coach, our cornerback coach, and blowing it way out of proportion. They're like, wait a minute, why are you firing these guys if you made it to the AFC Championship game? Well, I'll explain it to you. A lot of people inside of the Broncos are reporting that Sean Payton is close to giving up play calling. He had planned to do it this year, but he didn't trust Joe Lombardi. So you replace him. And Sean Payton is not, yeah, I get it. Joe Lombardi's his friend. He's worked with him for 15 years. This is a business. And when you have a friend in your business and that business is failing because of your friend, do you keep failing because he's your friend? Or do you tell your friend, I'm sorry, I got to let you go because we're failing?
Well, Armchair, I also think that was to pave the way for Davis Webb to stay and get promoted to OC.
Yep.
Him and Bo Nix are like tight.
Him and if Davis Webb is promoted to OC, now there is another small caveat here that a lot of people are not talking about. I've only seen it on a couple posts. There is a possibility. Now, I am not holding my breath because I cannot hold my breath that long. There is a possibility that our next offensive coordinator is my favorite Chucky doll, John Gruden.
Hey,
Can I interject before you go further past that Bo Nix is not upset? Because he's very upsetting. Because what Sean Payton needs to stop doing, I like Sean Payton, and I told you, Sean Payton has an ego problem. All of those whiz kids, they have an ego problem. Sean Payton, he should not take his star quarterback, his starting quarterback. I don't care if it's a star or not, his starting quarterback, and reveal anything to the media or to outside sources like his injury and that he has a chronic
all
injury.
right, hold on, D. Let me take it the other way. Let me take it the other way for a minute, because you know I love you, D, and I love your takes, and I always like to be that little devil sitting on your shoulder real quick, because I got to take the opposite side. All right, let's say Sean Payton keeps it quiet. All right, Bo Nix keeps it quiet. We go into year 3, third game in, something happens to Bo Nix because of that ankle. What do you think the firestorm is going to be? Oh, the Broncos were hiding Bo Nix's injuries, but Broncos weren't, up front. No, they 100% would. They would 100% would.
Let me give you the other side. The big bad defensive end in your division, and now I know that your quarterback has a chronic ankle problem. And when I get him down on the ground, when there's a pile, and I start twisting that ankle.
Yep.
Well, tell me what team doesn't do that?
Well,
no, I don't want to hear it. No, hold on. If we're going to go down that route, before we go, that, what NFL team does not do that? Please, out of all 32 teams, what defensive coordinator, what NFL team does not go, Patrick Mahomes had bad ankles?
Wait a minute. Listen to me, Armchair. What you have done is put an extra target on this man.
The target was going to be there, D. It's not like we hid this surgery. The target's
even
there.
Besides that, it's not that so much. That's a very valid point. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be airing out this man's business.
Yes, the Broncos would have won if they had Bo Nix.
I think he is pissed off about it a little bit. I'd be like, he probably got an angry text message from Bo being like, why the fuck are you out here, like, giving out a bunch of information about prior injuries that you don't even have the full context on.
Okay, because let me tell you, and I'm not taking Sean Payton's side. I'm not. I'm being the devil advocate on the other side. What is the job of the news?
To report bad news.
To be nosy.
To
So don't give them anything else.
And what do sports reporters do to write articles? Do they do research?
They over embellish.
They do research.
Yeah.
They do research. So you don't think there's going to be NFL reporters out there go like, wait a minute. We heard from the doctor that there was some other damage in there. So you don't think they're going to go back and be like, okay, well, he was in this high school. He went to this college. Let's see what we can find there. And so hold on. I'm looking at it. Yeah, you have the right to be pissed off. Bo Nix has every right to be pissed off. Sean Payton is a highly arrogant coach. We all know that. We know that. We know it. But maybe, just maybe, hold on, maybe, because you got to remember, before this happened, the day before this happened, and nobody's talking about this, guess where Bo Nix was? He was in the Broncos facility, and guess who he was talking to? Sean Payton. You don't think there could have been a little thing that Payton goes, hey, Bo, I'm going to get this news, and this is all hypothetical, guys. Bo, I'm going to let this news out. All right? We don't want these guys digging. Hold on. Let me finish here. Bo, we're going to let this out. And then you're going to come out and go, it wasn't that bad.
Why would they? I mean,
because you don't want the press. Again, I'm not defending Payton here. I'm trying to get into Payton's mind. We all know that Sean Payton thinks he's playing 4D chess, right? Sean Payton always thinks that he's playing chess, you're playing checkers. So just maybe. Again, I'm not defending him at all. I'm not. But I think everybody is taking this and blowing it way out of proportion. Every NFL team does this.
Listen, you might be right about people blowing it out of proportion, but I'm going to tell you this: these things, these examples that you've given, they don't land with me, and I'll tell you why they don't land with me. It's because, number one, if a reporter wants to do digging, let the reporter do the speculation and let us do the denial.
Okay, all right. What happened with Gardner Minshew? What happened with Gardner Minshew and the Kansas City Chiefs?
Andre, I'm going to say this. I'm going to finish my statement. Let the reporter do the clickbait. This is why everybody hates Kyle Shanahan. The media hates Kyle Shanahan because they want to know so bad, so much, and he will not give them any of that. And so they resent him for that. What Sean Payton has been known to do, Sean Payton has been known to be the guy like, I'm the bulldog. I keep these players.
All right, so let me ask you this question. Wow, somebody's got Travis. Does this mean the Broncos should fire Sean Payton?
No, I'm not. No, that's not even been a question. That's not a question.
But he messed up.
I am saying that.
Yes, the Jaguars should absolutely bring ETN back. You do not want ETN hitting the market because he's going to be gone that quick.
I think it'll blow over. It's not the end of the world, but at the end of the day, it was not his place to do that. I think Bo is pretty ticked off at him right now. They will get over it. But it's not a good thing. You shouldn't do that.
Armchair. You know why I say you got to change his ways? Because you know what this gives. You know what this gives legs to. Everything that Russell Wilson says, people think is true now.
I really don't care. Here's my whole aspect after reading so many posts, so many things on it. I don't give a crap. I really don't. Bo Nix and Sean Payton want to butt heads. I'm going to tell you right now, Bo Nix and Sean Payton are going to butt heads. They've already done it. They're going to continue to do it. And
hey, so see now we're on this conversation about Sean Payton and his arrogance, right? And this is not thing. With him not like you said he's close to giving up play calls and all this kind of stuff. And truthfully, it might cost us Davis Webb because Davis Webb has an offer from the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills to be the offense coordinator and be the play caller.
Yep.
So if Sean Payton does not give up play calling, we are going to lose Davis Webb to one of those teams.
Yeah. Chris, you are 100% correct. 100% correct. So that's again is I've read a lot and watched a lot of the owners in-season press conference for the Denver Broncos. And I've been saying this all year. Where do the owners of the Broncos come from? They come from the business world. And when something doesn't work in the business world, you change it. And they've got the money to change it. You don't think that Mr. Pinner went down to Sean Payton and looked that man dead in the eye and said, we saw what happened this year. We've read the reports. We've seen the stats. We've done this. We've done that. You're giving up play calling.
I don't know if he did that. That's pretty.
I mean, Greg Benner has the ability to do that.
They can't force him to give up the play calling. But
why can't they? Why can't they? You're an owner of a football team, right? You're the owner of a multi-billion-dollar football team. You are about to drop $4 billion of your own money building a brand new stadium.
I don't think it works that way, though. Like, Sean Payton is the guy Penner wanted. I mean,
he is the guy Penner wanted. But again,
he's his boss, but you can't go down. Sean Payton would tell him to go fuck himself.
Sean Payton wanted.
He's got that money.
Okay, all right, hold on. If you say that, if you say Sean Payton would have told Mr. Penner to go fuck himself, what are the problems we having with Bill Belichick getting into the Hall of Fame right now?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot more to that.
There's a lot more. And
there's more to it, right? There's more to it. No, number one, Ronnie, I am not comparing Sean Payton to Bill Belichick. I think it's an absolute travesty that Bill Belichick is not in the Hall of Fame, and I think it's a travesty that Eli Manning is not in the Hall of Fame.
I'm going to say you can.
Eli Manning did not get it again.
All right, guys. Let me say this. You can compare Sean Payton to Bill Belichick because they both have been very successful head coaches in this league. However, what you can't do is what all these people that think they got this righteous paintbrush to say, oh, I'm judging Bill Belichick, he's a cheater, and we're going to do this. These are people that are idiots. Number one, the voting for the Hall of Fame needs to be taken out of the people that they let vote in.
Oh, absolutely.
The Hall of Fame should be and actually, if they want voting for Hall of Fame, they got it wrong. Instead of letting fans vote Pro Bowl, they need to let fans vote Hall of Fame. Because we're honestly, that's what that should be, in my opinion.
That's crazy. Eli Manning didn't get it.
No, he did not get it again. A two-time Super Bowl quarterback. The guy who ended
Does this voting go back?
the undefeated, right? The guy that ended the undefeated New England Patriots did not get into the Hall of Fame.
And I understand where y'all coming from about Eli, but there's a huge argument to keep him out of the Hall of Fame.
All right, what's the argument, Ray?
I'm saying he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame. Look, he's a career leader in interceptions. One, during his whole time there, he never was a top 5 quarterback during his whole time with the Giants.
Okay.
Like every year there was 5 quarterbacks, at least 5 quarterbacks better than him.
Okay,
So it's not like
I'll agree.
He had 2 great playoff runs, 2 amazing playoff runs. You know.
Okay, and what did he do in those amazing playoff runs? What did he do?
I mean,
he beat Tom Brady twice. He beat Tom Brady twice.
And Aaron Rodgers in that run, where Aaron Rodgers' team was 15-1. Everybody forget that. That Eli went into Green Bay
and beat Aaron Rodgers.
15-1 and beat Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
But why are we saying about
you relatively be talking about 2 years?
Well, the only reason why Shador got in is because other players didn't go. The Shador being a Pro Bowl quarterback is the only reason why Shador is a Pro Bowl quarterback is because you have quarterbacks that are either in the Super Bowl that were elected to the Pro Bowl, you have quarterbacks that were hurt, or quarterbacks that absolutely opted out to get their body healthier for next year. That's why he's in the Pro Bowl. That's what happened.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this to you as a fan. Right? As long as the Giants had Eli Manning, the Giants were a threat to go to the Super Bowl and the playoffs.
Absolutely.
When they didn't have him, they've been a laughing stock and a joke. And for that alone, all of that man belongs.
I'm just saying.
I'm not trying to say anything about the Hall of Fame. Hey, I'm not trying to say anything about the Hall of Fame. Hey, I'm not trying to say anything about the Hall of Fame voting, but Steve Smith didn't get in on his first year either. And Steve Smith is top 5 in almost every category at the wide receiver position. He didn't get in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. So
because Hall of Fame voters have this God complex.
So D, you're talking about the Hall of Fame like you and I talk about the Heisman voting.
True.
There you go.
Eventually he's going to get in. Eventually, I think Manning's going to get in. Now, did Manning deserve to be a first ballot? No.
Does Peyton Manning deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Wait.
Hold on.
I got one.
Wait.
Owens deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Does Peyton Manning deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Terrell Owens deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
But he wasn't.
I understand. They did him wrong. That is the one person. That is one of the people that we said, hey, he got done very, very wrong. They used what he had. They used what he was, and
yes, I do, Rocky.
Stat line.
And you know what they're doing now? Because they did that to Terrell Owens, they are now taking it and they're squeezing guys like Bill Belichick and Eli Manning.
That's why I asked.
Trying to make them look like they're right.
Is Peyton Manning a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback? Yes, he is.
Absolutely.
Okay. How many Super Bowls did Peyton Manning win?
2.
Except for 1 year, Peyton Manning was a top 3 quarterback. Except for 1 year. I'm sorry, 2 years. Because his rookie year, he was all right.
He won 2 Super Bowls. Won 2 Super Bowls.
He won 2 Super Bowls. So all you have to do is win a Super Bowl and you get an Hall of Fame.
Brett Favre. Brett Favre in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
How many Super Bowls did Brett Favre win?
1.
Like I said, Brett Favre went to 2 Super Bowls, won 1.
Okay. Let me think.
Guys,
Peyton
Steve
Manning
Young
went
was the
to
first
four.
Hall of Famer. He only
Peyton
won
Manning
one
actually
Super Bowl,
went to
guys.
4 Super Bowls.
You got to look at in my opinion, when we're talking about the Hall of Fame, no, Super Bowls don't matter, but they should matter. It should add on. Dan Marino didn't win a Super Bowl, but he's in the Hall of Fame, rightfully so. I'm not saying a Super Bowl is the criteria of winning or going into the Hall of Fame, but you got to look at what that person did. Yes, Kurt Warner is in the Hall of Fame. You got to look at what that player did. What did Eli Manning do when he was on the New York Giants? He stopped Aaron Rodgers. He stopped. He's okay. Brett Favre had 2 great playoff runs.
But
Is Aaron Rodgers a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yes.
How is Aaron Rodgers a Hall of Fame quarterback if he's only had a couple great playoff runs?
No. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. Eli Manning, through his whole career, through the whole time, was never a top 5 quarterback in any year. Stat-wise or at all.
All right, let me ask you this question then. Do the New York Giants make it to those 2 Super Bowls without Eli Manning?
No,
Wait, what? Do they? Yes or no?
No, because I don't know. I don't know what kind of quarterback they have. Look, I believe they could have made it with. I believe they could have made it with Phillip Rivers. Honestly, do.
I mean, Phillip Rivers. Well, we got to wait 5 more years now to see if Rivers gets in. Now we have to wait 5 more years to see if Phillip Rivers gets in.
But and like I said, I'm not saying Eli Manning won't get in. He more likely will get in. You know, probably off of his namesake than anything else. But does he deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Well, he's not a first ballot, and now he's not a second ballot. This was not his first ballot. This was his second. It's his second. And they still did not vote him in.
It's interesting to see who all they putting in because how many people go? 3? Just 3, right?
No, who goes in the Hall of Fame? I think it's 5.
Those 50 voters. Well, the 50 voters is anonymous.
Yeah, we don't know who they are. Nobody, well, there are people that know, but we as fans do not know.
We know at least 11 people said no. At least 11 people said no.
Peyton Manning was 2-2 in the Super Bowl. Exactly. He was 2-2. He lost 1 and he went to 4 Super Bowls, 2 with the Colts and 2 with the Broncos. And I get it. I have a thing on my wall where he set the single season record. He set the touchdown record. I get all of that. But do records equal Hall of Fame? I get Manning threw a lot of interceptions. If Manning is not with the Giants, they do not make it to the Super Bowl. How is it not a great achievement?
I can't say that they wouldn't have built a team around Phillip Rivers. I can't say that.
How is it not a great achievement? How is it not a great achievement that he stopped the undefeated 17-0 or 16-0 at the time New England Patriots? They were 18-0 going to the Super Bowl. 18-0.
And that's supposed to give him the Hall of Fame? That one game?
No, I'm not saying that, but it should help him. Again, he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's not. He's not a second ballot Hall of Famer now.
Yeah, but I think like first ballot is the only thing that really truly counts.
I think just getting into the Hall of Fame counts. If I'm a player, I don't care if I'm the first, 10th, 100th ballot. If I get in the Hall of Fame, I'm in the Hall of Fame. But what I'm saying is why do we keep not voting these players in? This is the problem we have. We as fans are looking at it like, wait a minute, this guy did this guy did that, but you're not getting him in. What is your reasoning? I don't care if you write anonymously of who you are. Explain to us why.
Now,
Hey,
question number two.
So here's my take on the Eli thing, right? Again, Eli was. I'm not saying he was a great quarterback. He was a decent quarterback. He was winning games. Yes, he. Without him, I don't think the Giants would have been as good as they were. But again, Eli Manning is living off the Manning name, and I truly believe that the Hall of Famers are like, hey, you know what? Like, yeah, he put up numbers, but do we put him in the Hall of Fame just because he's a Manning? No, we don't. So we just need that just needs to go away because, like I said, he's living off the Manning name at this point, and that's just my belief on
I don't think you can say that though, because how many quarterbacks have won 2 Super Bowls, not just one? Like you got to look. At
So you're telling me that Eli Manning is a better quarterback than Dan Marino and Steve Young because he won more Super Bowls than them?
that at all.
That's what.
Hey, what's going on, BR?
There's an eye test you can add to it though.
Yeah, but hold on. You say the eye test, but he was never a top 5 quarterback through all his years playing.
Thank you for the gifts. I greatly appreciate that.
Hey, I just want to let you know. that Peyton's worst season as a pro was Eli Manning's best season as a pro. Okay.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, there's just a small, like, what how many quarterbacks have won 2 Super Bowls? Like, I honestly, what is that number?
Well, all right. Well, I don't know the exact number, but we could go through it. John Elway did
I'll
it.
say 20.
John Elway did it. Eli Manning did it. Peyton Manning did it. Tom Brady did it. Patrick Mahomes has done it. What's his name? For the Steelers. Come on, what is his name? Huh?
Ben Roethlisberger's one too, didn't he?
No, Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger only won. Yeah, but Roethlisberger won 2. He won 2. What's his name though? Oh my gosh, I can picture his face and I can't believe I can't remember it. Terry Bradshaw.
No, he didn't. Oh,
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw won 2 Super Bowls twice.
oh yeah.
He's won
Oh, yeah.
4
In the
Super
70s.
Bowls
Yeah, in the 70s. Yep.
in the 70s. Bart Starr for the Green Bay Packers. He's won 2.
Troy
Team is not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Who?
Big Plunk is not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Who?
Yeah, Plumpkin. I'm going to tell you guys this. My wife and I are going to the Hall of Fame in August. We're going to go to the Hall of Fame game, and we're going to go to the Hall of Fame. I will be doing a live tour through the Hall of Fame on my channel. I'm going to try to do it on both of my channels of a live tour through the Hall of Fame so that everybody could see that who's in and who's not. And we can really then have a huge discussion about the tour of the Hall of Fame.
Hey, Armchair, when you go to the Hall of Fame, man, when you come to Champ Bailey, I'm going to need you to take a picture in front of that one and send me a picture of that. Because Champ Bailey is my all-time.
I will 100% do that for you, brother. Do you want it just of his bust, or do you want me to take a picture of myself in front of it and send it to you?
You can take a picture of yourself in front of it. I'm cool with that.
All right, that's what I'm going to need. I'm going to need a list of what people want of pictures, and I will have it written. Now, we don't got to do it right now, but just send me private messages on either both channels of mine, and because, again, I do 2 live streams at the same time, and I will have it written down so that when my wife and I go in August, we will take these pictures, and then I will send it to everybody.
I think Eli Manning's 500 record is hurting him though.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm sorry. I get it. His dad, his brother, him, now his nephew. But I don't see the reasoning of Eli not being in.
No, he's. I like I said, I think he's going to get in. It's also about who you going up against. You know, there's a log jam of people waiting to get in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely there is. 100%. And there are players that are not in the Hall of Fame that 100% should be in the Hall of Fame. I'll tell you the one that I really want to go and see the bust of is Ray Guy.
Ooh, I forgot about Ray Guy.
Ray Guy. The only punter in NFL history to be taken in the first round.
Yep.
The Ray Guy Award. And I believe he's the only punter in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, I don't know the answer to this, but have Chad Ochocinco ever been on a ballot?
What's that, see, right, brother? It's really hard to hear you, my man.
Yeah, Chad has been on the ballot.
Okay, I don't know.
Every player, regardless, goes on the ballot.
I think it's going to be really hard for Chad Ochocinco to get into the Hall of Fame, unfortunately.
The one that still bugs me is Clay Matthews Sr., third all time in tackles. Never been in it.
Dad.
Clay Matthews Sr. should be Hall of
The
Famer.
dad, yeah.
Yeah, the dad should be the Hall of
guys,
Famer.
I'm just saying this, man. Ocho Cinco getting in the Hall of Fame as long as Steve Smith's on the ballot because he's now in his third year, I think, of eligibility, and Steve Smith ain't been in the Hall of Fame yet.
And that is a disgrace. That is 100%. Steve Smith Sr. 100% needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
100%. What that man did in Carolina and in his career, 100% needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Terrell Owens needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
No, he got in.
Oh, he finally got in? Awesome. Good. I'm glad he's
No,
in.
he got in, but he's
just
happy
showed
that they're
him
going to
first year.
investigate. T.O. saying that he was also just like how Belichick got screwed. He's saying that he's glad they're investigating it. Oh, yeah. And T.O. is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, look, when you third in everything receiver wise, you deserve to be a first ballot.
I don't care what your attitude was like. You're a Hall of Famer.
I'm like, look, Fitzgerald is going to be a Hall.
If I can tell you this right now. If Fitzgerald is not a Hall of Famer,
no, he's going to be a first ballot.
my wife is going to go absolutely ballistic.
Guys, Larry Fitzgerald's already in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, is he already in the Hall of Fame? Good. Because if not, man, my wife would go ballistic. Larry Fitzgerald and Kurt Warner are my wife's two favorite players of the Arizona
I
Cardinals.
thought Larry's going to be in now. I thought this is the year.
No, Larry Fitzgerald was like 4 or 5 years ago, man. Look that up, man. He's in the Hall of Fame already.
All right, let me pull this up. Let me pull up the Hall of Fame list. Let's go 2026 NFL Hall.
Yeah, Larry in the Hall of Fame. I remember that.
Larry was announced for this year, 2026, or that next last year.
All right, here we go.
It says he was announced as a finalist for 2026.
Okay.
All right, so it's Drew Brees, Eli Manning, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Jason Witten, and Adam Vinatieri.
It's going to be Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald.
So he's going
Then you
finalist.
guys tell me how they're first ballot, but not Bill Belichick.
I mean, look,
All right, here we go. Let's pull this article up.
it's at least, like I said, it's at least 11 voters having. I mean,
All right, here we go. This is what it says. Here's the current chance for the 2026 Hall of Fame finalists. Drew Brees, 97%. Larry Fitzgerald, 97%. Adam Vinatieri, 74%. Luke Kuechly, 70%. Jason Witten's only 46%. Eli Manning, 41%. Frank Gore, 28%. Let me see if I can find one who actually got. Where is it? Who
I think
votes?
T. Sizzle is up too.
Let's see. Finalist.
I think T. Sizzle should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Let's see. Well, this just said finalist. It hasn't. I'm looking to see who got in.
No, they won't
Hey,
announce
you
it
said
until-
that.
they won't announce it
You
until
said
the
Charles
honors.
Suggs. Hey, you said Charles Suggs would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, but so here's the question. So based off what?
Who?
Oh, T. Sizzle. T. Sizzle was a dominant player his whole career.
So was he a dominant player, or was he a dominant player because the player had around him?
I had to have neck surgery. I had neck surgery in the beginning of December.
He's not getting the
I had to have 4 of my discs in my neck
Because
fused.
if he didn't play on that defense with Ray Lewis, and Ed Reed, do you think Terrell Suggs would have done what he did in the NFL?
Yeah, because T. Sizzle was dominating when after Ray Lewis retired. T. Sizzle was still doing this thing.
He was still doing it, old as hell too.
We honestly argue
If I'm not mistaken, I think T. Sizzle left Baltimore before Ray Lewis did.
No.
No.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He was there, I think, a year or two after Ray Lewis left.
I thought T. Sizzle was on the team when Ed Reed was at Houston. Dead ass.
Yep.
Yeah, but he didn't put nowhere near the numbers when Ray Lewis was there. Because,
Colton, the deal is nobody knows who the Hall of Fame voters are. They're anonymous. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
That's the problem we're having. Nobody knows who's the Hall of Fame voters are. We kind of know who the MVP voters are. We know that former MVPs get a vote. We also know that there are a bunch of writers who gets votes for picking the MVP. And we'll find all this out, what is it, next Thursday on the NFL Honors?
Yeah.
I think Stephen A. Smith get a vote too.
No.
Who?
For MVP.
Not Dan Orlovsky or Stephen A. Smith.
For MVP? Yes, they
No.
do.
No, Stephen A. does not get a vote.
MVP, yes, he does get a vote for MVP.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, Stephen A. Smith does get a vote.
Oh, he does?
He's a sports writer. He works for ESPN.
When did he get that? I was under the impression he hadn't had a vote yet.
But that's MVP voting. That ain't Hall of Fame voting.
Yeah, we're talking about MVP. If you're a former MVP, you get a vote, and if you're a sports writer, you get a vote.
Same thing with the Heisman.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the Heisman, and we all know how bullcrap that is.
So I really think they should break the voting up for like Hall of Fame and MVP, because they should do it. Okay, cool. Like it should be whoever votes on it, right? And then they should have a fan vote, and it should be 10% of the fan vote should be okay, and they should
because that makes it a popularity contest.
Well, okay, so the vote here's what they do, Chris. Here's how they help fans with that. The fans get the Super Bowl MVP vote.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So that's what they give us fans. They give us fans the Super Bowl MVP vote. That's what they give us instead of the actual MVP vote. So that's kind of like, hey, we're going to do this, but we're giving you that. We're giving you this percentage of the Pro Bowl vote. Now, again, the Pro Bowl has completely gone off the rails, and I think somebody in the NFL needs to sit Roger Goodell down and go, good morning, Devin. Sit Roger Goodell down and go, you know what? We're going to pull these ideas back, and we're going to change this here for a minute. Everybody has already said in the NFL fan base they cannot stand the flag football Pro Bowl game. They can't stand it. It's a joke. Let's get rid of it.
It's a money grab.
No, keep the Pro Bowl. Keep the Pro Bowl. Get rid of the flag game.
No. They said at this point in time, no legitimate player will want to play contact football for nothing.
You get paid.
For nothing.
You get paid to go to the Pro Bowl as a player.
That, but you still playing for nothing because it's like if you get injured,
it's on you. Well, no, if you get injured in the Pro Bowl, you're still covered under your team's insurance. But what I'm saying for the Pro Bowl, this is what I'm saying for the Pro Bowl. Get rid of the flag game. Keep everything else, but expand it. And this is what I've been saying for weeks. Expand what they do before the flag game. Bring back the coffin corner punt kicks. Bring back the field goal kicking competition. Bring back the long ball competition for the quarterbacks. Bring back, there were so many great things that we had in the 90s and the early 2000s that fans absolutely loved. Bring some of those back and extend the games and get rid of the flag football game. You could still make it to where, this team gets this many points, that team gets that many points, and so on and so forth.
I mean, the players
Hey,
love it
Armchair,
because
I'm gonna show my age on
it was
this,
a free
but,
trip for them and
you
their family to go to
remember in
Hawaii.
the early 2000s when they had the quarterback club video game?
Yep.
It was the throwing competition, the accuracy competition, the running one, like where you raced. Like, they should bring that stuff back.
I agree. Get rid of the actual flag game and just expand the competitions. Number one, you're not risking injury, right? Because you're not running in a flag football game. You're just doing these little competition things. And I think it would be, and you can even expand it, right? And I'm about to show my age. I can't remember when it was, but I do believe it was in the 90s. They did a competition at the Pro Bowl for fans to compete. And if you won, you got Super Bowl tickets.
Yes, I remember that.
Bring that shit back.
I don't remember. This had nothing to do with this. Remember Pros versus Joes back in the day?
I remember that.
That was fun to watch.
What's up, son?
Jerry Rice beat the
Hey,
hell
so
out
there
of
was
him.
an
Son, you want up?
There was an episode of Pros vs. Joes where you had to take a tackle from Brian Urlacher, bro. Like,
Who was the one
hell
running back?
no.
You had to tackle a running back. I just couldn't remember who it was.
Jamal Lewis
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
and Ricky Williams was on there too.
What's your guys' opinion on this? I just have a question for all you guys. What do you guys all think of having all these old boomers in voting? We do know that. Do you agree with them still having a vote, or should we start having these players, especially these Hall of Fame players?
Hey, I'm glad we lost in the championship and not the Super Bowl in an embarrassment fashion. I'm going to be honest. Again, guys, answer the second chat.
Hey, well, don't worry.
If the Broncos would have made it to the Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks, if the Broncos would have made it, it would have been worse than Super Bowl 48. It would have been worse than Super Bowl 48. I'm going to be completely honest. If the Broncos would have made it to the Super Bowl this year, going in with Jarrett Stidham, possibly not having Pat Bryant, possibly not having Troy Franklin, still not having your strong safety, had no idea if JK was going to be ready to go, it would have been bad. It would have been bad.
I want Montgomery.
I want Montgomery too.
Offseason.
I keep trying to tell y'all, Montgomery is up there in running back wise. Montgomery's up there in age.
Right, but okay, let me explain this because I was trying to explain it yesterday.
Running back wise, that's getting up there in age.
The Broncos are wanting. Let me explain it this way. I've been trying to do it. The Broncos are wanting to run a true dual back running back system. Right now, we don't have the guys to do it. RJ Harvey is still young. He is going to have to learn that when the gap is not there, to quit bouncing it to the outside, because that's what he did in Central Florida. Now, we saw what happened to the Broncos run game when J.K. Dobbins got hurt. We went from averaging almost 5 yards per carry down to 2.5 yards per carry. That is a huge drop-off in yards per rush attempt. The Broncos need to look at bringing in another veteran running back, either a Montgomery, an Etienne, a Breece Hall, somebody like that, to help with that system, which allows RJ Harvey to get better as a young player at number 3.
We have the money.
Well, you heard what I said because you can get him probably for a good price. Tyler Algier all day.
Hey, so I saw something. I saw something today. Like, I follow a lot of Broncos beat writers, and apparently, like, the Broncos' number one priority in free agency right now, because we're getting that Russell Wilson money back now. And this writer said that, according to him and insiders, their number one priority in free agency is to get a running back, and they're targeting Montgomery or they're Javonte Williams, bringing Javonte Williams back, and they're also going after George Pickens.
Oh, of course they're going after Pickens. I did a video about Pickens today, how the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, still has not contacted his agent for to start working on a deal. Now the Cowboys do have an opportunity to franchise tag him.
Franchise tag the man.
But here's the problem with a franchise tag. If you as a team franchise tag George Pickens, me as the Broncos can still come in and offer him a contract. What that now does is it goes back to the Cowboys and it says you either have to match it or make it more, and if you don't, you lose him.
That's a different tag.
That's the transition player tag.
That is on the, yes, if it is just a simple franchise tag, you can do that. There are two franchise tags. Correct. That is what a franchise tag is, and it's guaranteed. So let's think about this real quick. Let me pull up the Dallas Cowboys because you guys know me. I love to be correct on my numbers.
Is Jeremiah Smith, is he up for the draft?
No.
Next year.
No.
Next year.
Because once they made a killing,
So here's the
I
deal.
think he was the only 3-time franchise tag.
Guys, if they franchise tag, if they franchise George Pickens, they will not be able to fix that defense. That has been an issue for them.
All right. As we sit right now, guys, hold on. Going into the 2026 NFL season, the Dallas Cowboys are already $30.4 million over the cap. As we sit right now. Now,
They're gonna cut a grip of folks.
number one, their highest paid player we all know is Dak Prescott at $74 million. Then it's CeeDee Lamb at $38.4 million. Then Tyler Smith at $27.5 million. So we already know that Jerry Jones is about to open up the checkbook. And Dak Prescott's cap hit is not going to be 74. I'm looking at possibly it being about 30 million. So that's 40. If Jerry writes him a $44 million check and knocks his cap hit down to 30 million, that'll put them about 14 million over the cap.
Dak needs to take a pay cut.
Well, I mean, they're taking in consideration the $30 million jump in on salary cap.
Yeah.
Right. We don't know what the true salary cap number is yet. We won't know that until we get closer to March. But as we sit right now, they are 30 million over the cap. 30 million.
Could you imagine back at the beginning of the year, someone told you Sam Darnold was winning a Super Bowl before Josh, Joe, Lamar, and Dak?
What were the Vikings thinking? They drafted a guy with
Excuse me. Free agency starts on March 11th.
What do you
When
mean?
did Sam Darnold win a Super Bowl?
You about to?
Oh, we are dog walking the Patriots. And I've told y'all round after round, and y'all told me I'm wrong. I told y'all we were dog walking the Rams. I told y'all we were dog walking the 49ers.
I'm good being a Broncos fan. Hey, a Steeler fan. Awesome. My dad's a Steeler fan. No, I'm not a Seahawks fan, but I will be rooting for the Seahawks this Super Bowl because that is my son-in-law's team, and I want to support his team.
And F balls.
Hunter, I much
I mean, think of the generational run the Patriots that went through. One-handed Herbert, DJ Stroud, and Jared Stidham. We are walking those bums. They could barely beat those teams.
The only way the Seahawks absolutely decimate the New England Patriots, and I've been saying it, Sam Darnold is going to have to play like he played in the divisional round and in the NFC Championship game. That is how they win this game. K9 is going to have about 125 yards rushing. JSN and Cooper Kupp are going to have to go off, which I really believe they will. And that defense is the number one thing for the Seattle Seahawks that they need to do on defense is what the Broncos did not do. Make sure you contain Drake May.
That's easy.
Yeah, Drake May's not that good.
Hey guys, hey, so
I wouldn't say Drake May is not good.
Hey, let's talk about this real quick, man, because everyone keeps dogging Darnold. I understand he's had some rough games, a rough playoff career, but let's let's give the Seahawks their flowers for saying, hey, man, let's give this guy the money and let's prove to everybody. So let's go ahead and just give the Seahawks the flowers for believing in Sam Darnold.
Oh, that's awesome. They're going to the Super Bowl.
When no one else did, man.
Again, how are Minnesota Viking fans feeling right now?
I think Clint Kubiak runs it back in Seattle.
You got Darnold.
Man,
I think
I think
at this point in time, I think the Raiders are going to go after
Will
Clint Kubiak.
Campbell's been getting absolutely mauled in the playoffs. What DeMarcus Lawrence is about to do to him is going to be generational.
He ain't lying. DeMarcus Lawrence without
Roddy, I know Pickens has said he wants to be a Cowboy, but money talks, brother.
Yep, money does talk.
Yeah.
Yes, teams need to start investing in backup quarterbacks and developing backup quarterbacks 100%. But the problem with that, here's the problem we have with developing backup quarterbacks in the NFL, and nobody wants to talk about it, but I will, is the collective bargaining agreement puts a handicap and handcuffs you when it comes to practices, training camps, and stuff like that. You're only allowed to do so much.
I don't mean to be stupid, but I work here, so I know I got a good fucking shot at it.
Yeah, so why wouldn't we just say that?
I was going to tell y'all my final score prediction: Seattle 35, New England 22.
I don't even think it's that close. I don't even think it's that close.
I'm gonna say, hey,
22 is a lot of points for them.
I'm gonna say 31.
The only
I'm gonna say
reason
31
the
to 10.
Rams, the
31
only
to 10.
reason the Rams were even close is because Woolen is the dumbest motherfucker I have ever seen in my life.
31 to 6 because they don't score a touchdown.
31 to 10. I'm gonna say 31-10.
Where are you going, baby?
38-17.
We're all in the 31 now,
I say
The Seahawks are going to receive the ball in the first half. Rashid's going to run it for a touchdown on the very first play of the Super Bowl.
If Rashid Shaheed does that, we might score
I think
6.
Shaheed's going to get one.
We might score. They better not kick it to him.
He's going to get one.
Like these Patriots fans, man, they're not.
The worst thing I heard from the Patriots.
ARMCHAIR, what do you think of Riley Moss?
The worst thing I heard.
What about him? What about Riley Moss? I know he's a free
Some
agent.
improvement there?
Yeah, he does, and I hope our new cornerback coach does that. Of course I have her. She's right here, Nara.
Hey, so I'm not trying. I'm not.
Guys, what do you think about my new friend?
Hey, I'm not trying to be
Best
silly.
part about the show now.
And
You all want to know what she is?
What's the name?
Her name is Zyla. She is a Cane Corso German Shepherd mix.
Corso.
Oh, wow.
Those some huge
Big
dogs.
Y'all
Big dog.
scored 10 points. That is
Guys, hold on. You all see Janera in the chat. That is my middle daughter. This is supposed to be her dog. Where's the dog at?
In your arms.
I tried to go to the bathroom this morning, and this dog is sitting at the door whining for me to open it up until I did.
So you alpha.
Hey, so
You didn't feel
hey,
the phone, and then
hey,
you
so
went away.
hey, so
Turn into alpha.
Hey, so
I did.
I know we're talking about the Super Bowl right now, but there's other things going back on. But can we talk real quick about what the moves that the Titans just made with Gollum and the ball, man? Like the Titans might be, and I'm not saying to like this, but the Titans might be the winners of the South next year.
Okay, well, hold on. Before everybody goes off, hold on. Chris, I love that, and here's another reason why. The Tennessee Titans are the #1 team in the NFL with the most cap space going into 2026. They have over $100 million in cap space.
Cam Ward's some weapons.
I don't think Cam Ward's a good quarterback.
Hey, I'm not gonna say Cam Ward, man. I tell you what, if they throw the money at George Pickens and one of these, and we'll just say Jennings from the 49ers to fix that offense, or they get Kyle Pitts from Atlanta because I saw that they're targeting Pitts, and then in the draft, if they get Bain, that kid out of Miami, and sign a couple more free agents, man, that Titans team's gonna be dangerous.
I agree. That Titan team has a legit, because we all know Robert Salas is going to run that defense. We know it.
Well coached.
Right? He's going to do what Vrabel is doing in New England. He's going to run the defense, and Brian Daboll is going to run that offense. Hey, Taz, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I mean, down here, they're really talking about franchise tagging Kyle Pitts.
But again, if you franchise tag Kyle Pitts, unless it is a restricted franchise tag, any team can come in and offer him a contract, and then they would have to match it.
That's a transitional player. Franchise tag. If you straight up franchise tag, you can get them for like the price that you're getting.
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Hey, so
Kyle Pitts is a Kansas City Chief.
if you sign a franchise
No,
tag
Kansas City
player,
can't afford them.
you have to give up the draft picks for the franchise player.
Kansas City's broke.
Yeah, Kansas City's in a lot of trouble. They have 8 players that account for 80% of their cap space. Hold on.
They'll just manipulate the cap like everyone else.
Exactly. Let's see here.
Hey, Armchair.
That's very true.
Armchair, would you trade us Riley Moss for Travis Etienne?
No. I don't have to trade for Travis Etienne. He's a free agent.
Traded for Greg Lewis.
Right now, listen to this. Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are 56.7 million over the cap as we sit right now.
Yep.
56.7 million.
Which means there'll be about 20-something million over the cap.
Hey, guys, you guys are forgetting that the Saints have been in cap hell for years.
Oh, the Saints are still in cap hell.
And they were like $36 million like 3 or 4 years in a row, and they still managed to sign players. So it
all matters how much the owner wants to pay out of pocket. As long as the cap means jack crap. It means nothing. When they introduced the cap in the 90s under Paul Tagliabue, the only reason why he did it was because Jerry Jones was the only billionaire owner in the NFL, and he did not want Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys to the New York Yankees and buy the Super Bowl. The cap. But now every owner is a billionaire. The cap number is just a number to say, hey, you can pay the players whatever you want as long as you're under this number and you're willing to pay out of your own pocket the rest.
That's like all the bonuses and stuff, right?
What's that?
That's like all the bonuses.
That is, okay, so how it works, like right now, Pat's cap hit is $78.2 million next year. No way is that going to. This is what gets fans pissed in the look. When you hear commentators go, Patrick Mahomes has won all these Super Bowls and he's only making blah, blah, blah money a year, we're going to say $20 million, right? Do you know that right now, Patrick Mahomes is not making $78.2 million next year? In total, Patrick Mahomes is making $134 million next year. 78 versus the cap, 56 in cash bonuses.
Right.
So what is going to happen? The owner, Mr. Hunt, is going to write a lovely check of probably about $58 million and give it to Mahomes and drop his cap hit all the way down to 20, which will move them $2 million over the cap. And then they'll have to decide, what are they going to do with Chris Jones? What are they going to do with Jawan Taylor? Personally, me, I would cut Jawan Taylor. By cutting Jawan Taylor, I saved $24 million this year. Just by cutting him.
See, and that's why New England was so good.
They need to cut him no matter how much he's making, because he's pretty fucking bad.
I get it.
So good as he took pay cuts all throughout his life.
I mean, yeah.
Trey Smith is making $24 million.
So you said that Brady took pay cuts in his career, right? But let's talk about quarterbacks that never took pay cuts in their career because they gave teams the cap friendly. Hey, you know what? Like, I'm the quarterback. you're gonna pay me, but I'm gonna give you a discount on it. People like Phillip Rivers, people like Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
Peyton
hometown
Manning-
discount.
Hometown
Peyton Manning
discount.
never took a pay cut in his career because he said, you know what? This team's got to compete. So you can pay me this and still have money to do this. So give me this, and that's how smart players react. Tom Brady took pay cuts because he was. Oh,
No, Chop Boy, Travis Kelce's a free agent.
He had every endorsement.
Right now, Travis Kelce is a free agent.
Yeah, but Travis Kelce is probably more retired.
Well, no, he was just asking me in the chat.
Wants to come to Seattle.
If the Broncos trade the 30th pick for Waddle out of Miami, I think that would be a good move.
Himself being probably a first ballot Hall of Famer. He already has
Taylor
what
Swift.
is he chasing at this point?
I see Travis Kelce coming back for at least one more year, but it won't be with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree.
What I'm saying is, at this point in time, unless he's just, I gotta play football because I have nothing else to do with my time, what is he chasing?
Well,
Nothing.
he can't. Okay, let's make this perfectly clear, right? No, I'm good. I'm good about the Broncos losing. It's not as bad as people think it is. I would have rather lost in the AFC Championship game 10-7 than go to the Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks and lose 62-0. There.
Yeah, don't worry. We're about to have Drake May in actual hell. And y'all know I hate bringing up the schedule, and I finally looked at it. Those bums have played no one this year. We are walking through these frauds. It's going to be fucking hilarious.
So, my wife and I have decided that we will be going to Buffalo Wild Wings for the Super Bowl and my birthday because my son-in-law works there, my daughter works there, and my future son-in-law works there, and they can't get the day off. So I will be going live from Buffalo Wild Wings during the Super Bowl.
Cheese curd.
Oh, heck no, pretzel dots, brother.
Yeah. Which Buffalo Wild Wings you going to?
I'm going to try to get him to fire me mid-shift because if you come in a Patriots jersey, you're cooked.
He's in.
I'm verbally abusing you.
Well, you imagine you're
Thoughts on the Vikings? The Vikings are in a lot of trouble.
I'm telling you, if they win the Super Bowl, you're not going to want to be working.
Well, because they depended on a
Oh, Blake, I can't eat those, man. And when it comes to Blake, no, that's my
I
daughter.
can take what I give. A lot of you sports fans are fragile and can't take what you give.
I get it.
Me, when it comes to their wings, I stick out honey barbecue
As a Browns fan,
or teriyaki. My daughter, on the other hand, she eats that blazing wing challenge like there isn't even a sauce on it.
Garlic parmesan and make it extra saucy.
I think my biggest moment like that y'all are talking about, so I was bartending the Rangers World Series and I was talking shit to all these Astros fans. And right after I did all that, they hit basically a grand slam to seal the game. And I've never
Well,
seen
they're in a lot of trouble. They got to figure out what they're gonna do with. They're gonna have to.
World Series with Indians.
The Vikings are gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do at the wide receiver position, or I'm sorry, the quarterback position. Are we sticking with JJ McCarthy? Are we giving him another year? He's on a rookie deal. Are we gonna bring in a veteran to back him up? And what is gonna go on with Justin Jefferson? Does he still want to stay there, or does he want out?
Denver should go get Justin Jefferson.
Those are the massive problems that the Vikings have right now. What are they doing with JJ, and what are they doing with the other JJ? I got the Seattle Seahawks winning the Super
I'd
Bowl.
give up my draft picks for Justin Jefferson.
Two names that already popped up in Cleveland as people to replace.
Well, I'm not 50 yet, but I'm close.
Hey,
Browns
Arthur, were
love
you there
Ty
when
Simpson,
Dustin
Browns love
Poirier and Conor McGregor fought? Were you working at Speedos?
No, I wasn't there.
Now the deal is,
Dustin and the entire bar.
well, Chop Boy, the deal when it comes to JJ McCarthy is, yeah, you got to play him, but you have to have a reliable backup because you don't know the availability you're going to have with JJ. Look what happened his first year. JJ is going into his third year, not his second year. You got to look at what happened his first year, out the entire year. Look at his second year, played 9 games. So his availability, you're going to have to get a reliable backup.
Do you think Max Crosby is going to stay with the Raiders?
Okay, this is the fun part. No, this is the fun part. According to PFT, The Raiders are putting a package together to send to the Baltimore Ravens for Lamar Jackson. Max Crosby could be part of that package. The Patriots did good, Kaysen, but I think the Seahawks win. But according to PFT, hey, how's it going? According to PFT, they are legitimately, the Raiders are legitimately talking about putting a package together with a number 1 overall draft pick, possibly Max Crosby and other picks to send to the Ravens for Lamar Jackson. And the reason why is the Ravens and Lamar Jackson's contract talks are not going good. Also, because of who they just fired from their head coach.
True, but the reason the contract talks are not going good
is his mom. It's his mama. It's his mama. We all know it.
Hey, so let's. You said that the Raiders are in talks with the Ravens about getting Lamar Jackson, and it's going to include the number 1 overall pick in that deal. So what does that tell you that even the Raiders are not sold on Mendoza right now?
I have a question for everyone on the panel. What is, and you don't have to answer it right now, just something to think about. What is one move you want your team to make in the offseason?
Well, I think we need a
running back,
a cornerback. That I'm talking about a cornerback that's more fierce.
What team? Hey, so state your favorite team first, right?
Oh, Broncos.
Broncos.
We don't need to say corner. We don't
ARMCHAIR, you can. We were talking about it on.
Yeah, but I can't. Okay, so let me before y'all go off and ask my opinion. I can't tell you. I literally am not allowed to tell you. And the reason why that is I am now part of a group of guys that we are doing a NFL 2026 Buzz podcast show every Tuesday after the Super Bowl. And we are discussing all of this. So we kind of have to keep our ideas and what we really want to do to ourselves until we start that. There are 6 of us right now.
We're good on defense.
Hey, me and Demetrius talked about this on his live the other day. So after the Super Bowl, every day he goes live, we're picking a different division. So we're gonna start with the AFC. I think he said we're gonna start with the AFC North, and we're gonna break down all 4 teams in that division, what they need, what we want to see them do, what they're doing in the draft, and we're gonna do all 32 teams on them. Me and D are gonna do that.
Did D also say anything about how my Seahawks are about to win a Super Bowl? And,
What's up, Holden? How's it going, brother? Hope you're having a great day and awesome to see that you're a Broncos fan.
No, I'm talking about how we're going to win it in Santa Clara.
Okay, so hold on. Let me explain. This podcast that I'm about to go on with 6 other guys, we are breaking down every division, every team, every draft pick, every free agency or free agent, the free agency, the cap, what we think our teams need, what we think other teams need. And we are going to go division, team for team, draft and everything. And we start the Tuesday after the Super Bowl at 7 Eastern.
Hey, I'm gonna need a link to that one so I can tune into that.
We will 100%. We're supposed to go on a conference call with each other this weekend, and once we get everything down, we are going and get everything planned. We are going to start shooting out videos and links so people know.
Awesome.
I think Broncos just need to go after receiver, tight end, and running back. I think we need to work on our offense. I think our defense is pretty young and still developing.
Well, when you talk about that, the Broncos have got a couple free agents decisions to make. Justin Sternard, Alex Smith, Riley Moss, and John Franklin Myers.
And also McMillan. McMillan's a free agent as well.
And McMillan, yes.
Now, I would say we were talking.
No, he didn't.
Live, and we came to the conclusion that the Broncos are an athletic linebacker and a shutdown cornerback away from being no-fly zone. How do you feel about that?
I agree. And here's where I look at it from what I can tell you. I love Dre Greenlaw, but his availability concerns me. I love Alex Singleton. You guys know I am the biggest Alex Singleton fan you will meet, but his pass coverage concerns me. Riley Moss, if he can fix the defensive pass interference calls against him, can be one of the best white cornerbacks in the NFL.
Didn't we draft a corner last year?
We drafted Jahdae Barron. We drafted Jahdae Barron, but here's the deal. Sean Payton.
Slot?
What?
I thought Barron was a slot corner. Or a nickel.
Who? Jahdae Barron? Jahdae Barron is a corner out of Texas we drafted. We don't. Sean Payton normally does not play.
On the outside, I thought Barron was
The reason, if y'all let me explain, I'd tell you. I mean, I know what's going on.
We drafted Barron to take Moss's place, guys.
This is why Jahdae. Let me explain. Jahdae Barron is a inside corner right now because Sean Payton does not play his rookie players more than about 30 to 40% of the time in their first year. He just doesn't do it.
Outside of Bo Nix.
Well, he's a quarterback. And it's the same thing with Q Robertson, who we drafted out of Alabama. Very good linebacker, but barely saw the field because Sean Payton takes those kind of players who are behind, Riley Moss, behind Jaquan McMillan, behind PS2, and it gives them chance to grow in the system throughout their first year, get a little bit of playing time here, get a little bit of playing time there, touch an NFL grass to get them ready for year 2.
So my question is now, we should go to offense then, because we kind of worked on our defense the last few years. So I think now this is a year to kind of pump up the offense on the draft.
And what
they need wide receivers desperately.
Yes.
Who has been saying all year that the wide receiver core was the worst area of the Denver Broncos? Who's got 2 thumbs? This guy. And I'm going to say it again. You want to know who? Everybody asks me who the Broncos should take in the first round if we keep our pick. We need a new right guard. I have been saying it all year, and everybody has been jumping my ass. That when I said that our right guard on that line was a big liability, everybody said I didn't know what I was talking about. And the AFC Championship proved it. Bo Nix covered up a lot of the failures on the right side of the line that I have been explaining all year long. But because Jared Stidham is not Bo Nix and is not as mobile as Bo Nix, it showed in the championship game. I've been saying it since the preseason on. But no, everybody's like the Broncos got the best offensive line.
Hey, Armchair, I agree with you there, but let's talk about, I understand. He wasn't playing no slouch, man. Milton Williams is an all-pro player himself. Like, that guy can make plays. He's done it all year for that defense. So he was going against possibly the best pass rusher they had, man. Like, yes, you're going to get exposed when you – and Iron Sharp –
Shit, I got the Seahawks.
That he made him look stupid. But Milton Williams is no slouch, man.
Right, but this is what I want you to do. Hold on. You're taking one game without Bo Nix. Go back through the year, the entire year, and watch how many times that right side of the offensive line collapses because of the right guard. It collapses because he loses contain that quick. And oh, by the way, he is also the one that causes the most holding penalties on our offensive line.
So I forgot to ask you this. What do you think of Sean Payton's screen passes all the time?
I am sick and damn tired of them.
Answer Hunter's question.
Yep, me too. I'm tired of that screen pass shit.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Go ahead.
Right.
Thank you.
One at a time.
Okay, Hunter. So I have 3 things, but I'm gonna name all 3 actually. So we need a new corner, which we have Travis Hunter, so maybe that will help out.
He needs to pick what side he wants to play.
Yep. We need a better pass rush. It hurts for me to say that because we have Trayvon and Josh Allen.
Your pass rush is never good enough. That's for every team.
That's big.
And I think our coach needs to make better decisions in critical times.
Shiv, I don't know why we did it either.
That was it.
I get it, going up by 14 in that game, it's pretty much locked. I understand going for it, and I understand not going for it.
The armchair, I was trying to. Don't pay about the screen game. But you don't cut out earlier.
Don't you dare pay Greg Newsom.
The screen passes all the time.
You're right there.
What's up, Bryce?
The Houston Texans, I think I would draft every O lineman possible.
There's only one thing that's going to fix my team, and that's get rid of the owner.
Oh, you must be either a Browns.
Yeah, I'm a Browns.
Wow, it's so funny when somebody say that you automatically go Browns or Cowboys fan.
Hey, it's funny, but yeah, that's exactly it. And there's a report in Cleveland right now saying that Monken wants his main targets for quarterback are actually Malik Willis and Ty Simpson.
You're going to
Maybe.
go for another quarterback?
They were just reported. That just came up right. Like, I was trying to bring it up.
Oh,
I like how every
They're
player that
saying
leaves the
Monken
Dallas
is just sold on
Cowboys
both of them.
is like, I love the team, but you can't win rings there. Dalton Schultz did it. DeMarcus Lawrence did it.
When it comes to the Browns, I think the Browns have a very hard decision coming up. Do you go with the $130 million quarterback, or do you go with Shadur Sanders?
I think you,
Also about my
I think you
Browns,
fire
I think
the
the Monken
complete
hire.
front office and sell the team.
Armchair, I think you've said it before. I believe the Monken hire was just nothing but proof that we're waiting for the dome.
Oh,
Like as in, I don't think anything. We're gonna fire him before
and
that.
don't worry, y'all's defensive coordinator is leaving now too because of that.
Oh, he heard about him. He's already pissed. He already packed his shit.
Even though he's under contract. So there's two things that could happen. There's two things that could happen that I've read about the defensive coordinator for the Browns. He's either going to quit or, and this will be the weirdest thing I've ever seen in the NFL, you're going to have two head coaches.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past.
I mean, you already got two quarterbacks.
You're going to have two head coaches. You're going to have a head coach slash defensive coordinator, head coach slash offensive coordinator.
Yep.
And that would be the most, we are the Cleveland Browns thing to do. Plain, simple, cut and dry. I love the Cleveland Browns. I do. I love the history of them. Love it. I don't like the new owners at all.
I hate the owners, and I always say it's good for football for the Browns. Be good.
I don't think they pursued you remember when Deshaun Lee tore his ACL or his Achilles?
Yeah.
I don't think they pursued the void of his contract part of that.
They didn't. Okay, so how they would have avoided it,
Out of it.
how they could have gotten out of it was they would have had to have approved in a federal court, because this would have went all the way to a federal court, that he violated the contract by doing something against the health and recovery part of his contract. Because with how much money is left of that contract, $138 million, because it's all guaranteed, you would have been voiding $130 some odd million contract. That would have gone all the way to a federal court, because that is a lot of money. A lot of money.
They tried when he went on what was that? His vacation for his engagement thing. They said that was something. They tried to pull some shit on that because he was out of country and shit.
Yes, so that is why they didn't do it, because they could have taken it to the NFL, but the agent for Deshaun Watson and Deshaun Watson himself would have taken it to a court for a breach of contract court case.
Did you all hear about the Jerry Jones, what he was saying earlier this year about stepping down as GM? He's like, well,
No.
I will when I catch the Super Bowl wins. It's like 6 or something.
Well, that ain't never gonna happen.
Somebody thinks just like him
Yeah.
can take over. It's not him doing it different.
Hey, so back to the whole thing, like team building and all that stuff. So, other reports I'm reading is that Riley Moss is a free agent, and the Broncos are not gonna get into a bidding war with anybody for Riley Moss.
Nope.
Apparently, he's gonna be a hot commodity in free agency, because everyone wants that number 2 corner.
Gimme.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Awesome from Puerto Rico. Sweet. Thank you for the follow.
Riley Moss is going to be, he's going to play opposite of another number one corner. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone like the Panthers, they have J.C. Horn, someone like the Colts who already have Sauce Gardner, the Titans with
I could see Riley Moss going to the Dallas Cowboys because the Cowboys need a lot of help at corner. Don't discard the Cowboys now, right? The Cowboys have an offense if they keep Pickens and Javonte Williams. They've got to focus on that defense. Now you got to create the money to do it, which Jerry Jones will. But you got to create the money to do it. And you've got a new defensive coordinator. And we know that they really lack in that cornerback room. You did all these trades for the defensive line, the linebackers. Now you got to focus on the corners. So don't discredit the Cowboys.
Two corners. Can someone in here name the two corners on the Jaguars and tell me we don't need a frickin' corner?
You got Greg Newsome because you took him. Thank you.
Greg Newsome the second, Indian free agent as well.
Travis Hunter.
He's a free agent.
I was gonna say, don't pay Greg.
And then we have Brown.
Force Travis to go to
We
the
do not
defensive
have
side of
a
the
good
ball.
corner.
Play one.
Yes, Travis Hunter needs to be a full-time corner.
Travis and Riley Moss. Ooh.
Travis Hunter needs to be a full-time corner and not call it good.
The Bears have good corners.
Yeah, I think if the Broncos lose Riley Moss, Jahdae Barron will take his spot.
And I'm going to say this, that if we let Riley Moss and McMillan both go.
No, I don't think we're letting McMillan go.
Yeah.
I don't think McMillan is gone. I think they're gonna work. I think they're gonna re-sign McMillan over Riley Moss.
I agree.
Exactly. McMillan is too much of a ball hawk.
And don't shoot me for this, all you Bronco fans, but I compare McMillan to the way Chris Harris was in his career. Chris Harris was a small guy, but he played the slot perfectly.
Why am I going to criticize you? You're absolutely right.
Chris Harris is a phenomenal cornerback.
And McMillan reminds me of him a lot because he's small, but that dude's got heart, and that dude will break a turnover.
Was he undrafted?
McMillan? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So same with Chris. Yeah. No, you're right.
But see, Riley Moss has already hinted that this is why I could see Riley Moss leaving. He's already hinted that he wants a big contract. And when you have McMillan, who you can sign cheaper, and you've got a rookie in Jahdae Barron, I don't think they give it to Moss. You're going to use that money on offense.
And this is another reason why I don't think that they give Moss that contract. Is not only that they got Barron, they got McMillan, but they also got Abrams Drain.
Oh yeah, Chris Abrams Drain.
And Key is a safety. So
and you got Locke. You can't forget PJ Locke at safety.
I got one for you guys. What do you think of Von Miller coming back?
No.
Yes.
No, he wants to come back on a one-day contract to retire. Fine. He wants a one day to retire. I'm perfectly fine with that. But if he wants to come back and play a full season, absolutely not. I am not eating up a roster spot for a player that is only going to play about 30% of the year. No, absolutely not. I can only dress 48 guys a game. I can only have 53 on my roster.
To be a third down person.
I've got Jonathan Cooper and Nick Benito. I don't need an older linebacker who's going to take up a roster spot and barely plays.
Yeah. I know he's been wanting to come back on his podcast and stuff he was talking about, but
Look, the man broke. Look, it broke all of our hearts when they traded him away.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I mean, why go get him with what my other chat says when you can get Demario Davis from New Orleans? Okay, so Alex Singleton. That all depends on certain things when it comes to Alex Singleton. What is he going to want in a contract? Again, Justin Sternard is a free agent. Who do we sign, Singleton or Sternard? Do we keep Dre Greenlaw? No matter how much I love Dre Greenlaw, his availability this year was really bad.
Good though because he forces the fumbles a lot. Much.
Hey guys, I'm just saying, like, we're sitting speculating what's going to happen, and who we would like to see and all that. But I'm just saying, like, and I know that his health is a concern also because they can't stay healthy.
Let me see something.
If he can stay healthy, man, Drew Sanders is a viable option for our defense.
Let me look at something real quick. Free agents. Let me look up what they're saying. Alex Singleton's market value is.
Hey, Chris, I wouldn't be mad at us trying to pursue Devin Lloyd in free agency either.
I think if you pair Devin Lloyd with Greenlaw and then you get
All right, so they're saying that Alex Singleton's market value.
Hey, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, honey.
All right, love you, son. No, I am not rich.
Oh, no, I was talking on Discord.
Oh, okay.
You cannot.
Welcome back.
All right, here, hold on. Alex Singleton's market value is $4.6 million. Justin Chenard, his is $3.8 million. And where is he? Wow, is he way on the bottom of here?
Hey, I'm going to call it right now, and I'm going to say that Riley Moss, Franklin Myers, Singleton, and Stranad will not be on this team next year.
All right, so Demario Davis.
Played ball with Franklin Myers. I've sat on the sideline and watched him play ball. I don't think
These are Shaquille O'Neal's brand glasses. Hey, Apostle. I've been collecting this stuff for years. All right, so Demario Davis's projected market value is $9.4 million. Now
he's 33 years old. He's 33 years old, man.
37 years old.
Yeah.
Ooh, 37 now.
Yeah. No thanks, man.
No thanks.
All right, here we go. Where is he?
No, Demario Davis from the Saints.
Oh. But Devin Bush.
Isn't the
No, we definitely don't want Devin Bush.
Yeah, great year.
Demario Davis said he would return.
No, he said he's thinking about testing free agency. All right, Riley Moss is a cornerback, right?
No.
I don't see him on the list of free agents.
Who?
Riley Moss.
Well, he might have one more year.
I thought he was the
That's what I
soft.
said. That's what I was trying to say earlier. He got 1 more year on his deal.
Yeah, one more year.
Jaquan McMillan. Okay, so Jaquan McMillan is a restricted free agent.
No, Riley Moss was a year before this year.
Jaquan McMillan is a restricted free agent, so I doubt he's going anywhere.
What do we think about Sean Payton firing his offensive coordinator after winning the AFC?
Because they want to keep Davis Webb. They want to keep Davis Webb.
Yeah. Let's be real.
Davis Webb.
Do you even know who Davis Webb is?
I don't, but Lombardi just got y'all to won y'all the AFC.
Lombardi didn't do a damn thing.
I don't know.
That was all Sean Payton.
Hey, ARMCHAIR, I'm not sure this is. But I know that we fired our.
Guys, hold on. Chris is trying to say something.
I know we fired our secondary coach also.
Yes.
Yep. And I heard, and this is just speculation, but I've been hearing that Sean Payton is trying to get Pat Surtain's dad, to come coach the DBs, because that's what he's been doing at Florida State for the past 4 years.
What's wrong with my voice is I had neck surgery where they went through the front by my vocal cords. Yeah, I've kind of heard about that when it comes to our secondary coach, and we got rid of our wide receiver coach. Why? Because we were second in the NFL with drops.
Together. And Sean Payton just needs to give up the play calling, though. I don't like the screen passes he's been throwing all season.
But
here, I'll show you.
And that's what I told ARMCHAIR earlier.
Right.
If Sean Payton does not give up play calling this year, Davis Webb will go to the Giants or the Buffalo Bills to be the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
So it looks like, and it sounds like Peyton is going to give up play calling, and they're going to promote Davis Webb as offensive coordinator, which would be a great move because of his relationship with Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm okay. Just like I said, I had neck surgery last month.
I think Sean Payton sometimes
Have
is
y'all
slowing
seen
down on
the
throwing
whole
out
thing
plays.
about I don't know how real it is, but Sean Payton talking about Bo Nix having multiple angles.
We have already discussed this at length. I think people are blowing it out of proportion. I really do. I watched the Bo Nix press conference. He did not look or sound pissed off. He just came out to say, hey, this is what was really going on. So, I think they're trying to sow division between Bo Nix and Sean Payton, and it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work.
Do you think VJ's gone? You think he's going?
Nope.
No, he's staying. Is he staying?
Who?
Hey, Hunter, this is a question I got for you because I heard you say
It sounds like Vance Joseph is staying.
About Tyreek Woolen, dude. Like, when they threw that taunting call against him, bro, that was the dumbest call ever.
Yeah, that one really, and because what happened after it.
In that situation, you know?
But that's the stupidest call ever. He didn't, like, I understand he did what he did. But was that really taunting, though? Like, come on, man.
Well, you got to remember, hey, hold on before Hunter, before you answer. Let me explain. Does everybody remember all year long what all the announcers in NFL said? They are making it a point of emphasis to throw flags on that.
Yeah, like, so my thing is he was doing it, and then he got closer to the sideline to keep doing it.
And he was warned. The official told him to knock it off. And what really drew the flag is if you watch it, he stepped on the sideline of the Rams. He was not on the playing field.
Real with y'all, I thought we were going to trade Tyreek Woolen at the trade deadline. He is our worst cornerback by far. Actually, Job is pretty fucking bad.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I would be cool if we moved off of him. Just honest.
Hey, so here's the real question. I know he was on your roster last year at some point. How does it make you feel that Mike Jackson's doing what he's doing in Carolina, leading the league in slots and being that guy?
I mean, like I said, I would literally keep it like Woolen. Like, so you know who Woolen reminds me of? Brandon Brown. Like,
and Brandon Brown was talented.
Oh, very. He was a big dude. Like, he should have been a safety. But, like, Tyreek Woolen's also talented and an athlete, but I don't know if keeping him is going to be the best for the team. Like, he's really good, but I'd rather go get another solid guy. But that is, I mean, you have to think, that could have quite literally caught, we would have been up like 2 touchdowns on the Rams, at least 13 points.
That could have cost you the game. That taunting penalty could have cost you the game because they scored a touchdown on the very next play. The thing that saved the game, and I explained this yesterday, the thing that saved the game for the Seattle Seahawks was the Rams not kicking the freaking field goal with 5 minutes left to go in the game.
Analytics saved the game.
Hey, Hunter, so here's another question for you real quick, because I know you're a Seahawks fan. I know they're about to have a really high draft pick. And I know they got what's his name, Nick Ebenwari at safety.
Dog.
How would you feel if the Seahawks traded a bunch of their picks and some other players, some other pieces, to move up to like a top 10 pick and drafted Caleb Downs to go with Ebenwari?
Oh my God! It would be like Cam Chancellor and ET3 again.
Right. So and that's what I'm saying, because they're saying that Caleb Downs is.
I had neck surgery in the beginning of December where they had to fuse 4 of my discs.
You were on my live, then I would click you off for asking a question like that.
Hey, well, we picked y'all off in the first round of playoffs, so it's fair.
Huh? Oh, hey.
That's that Russian passing yard type question.
Hold on, buddy. You did that, but then you came on here gaslighting and lied, talking about how the Rams only did this because of that. That boy Root was getting his tail cooked by Devontae Adams. He was getting cooked, and I'm gonna tell you what. You a liar. You a liar to your own face if you say that.
Yeah, I'm doing better. Thank you.
You a liar to your own face.
No, Woolen cost that game.
No. Listen, Sean McVay had y'all beat and he stopped doing what he was doing, and you know it. Now you're a fan, you can like your team, and y'all won. Ain't no taking that away from you. But if you gonna be real about it, be real.
They wouldn't even have had a chance if we not
turned that ball over.
We're not getting the first down on 4th and 12.
As much mother respect as I got for you, you would sit there and say that, and not spit the truth.
No, they were cooking Woolen all game. Devontae Adams is like, I don't know why.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Just targeting Woolen, but I mean, at the end of the day, it really would not have been that close had Woolen not got that call.
Had he, okay, I'm gonna tell you this: had he not been trying to force the ball to Puka Nacua and kept cooking,
hey, how's it going?
That game is different. He kept trying to force it to Nacua.
Here's the deal. No, D, it's like I said yesterday. If they would have kicked the field goal to be down 30-31,
yep,
it would have changed the game.
Play different.
But we talking about before you even got to that though, Armchair. You right.
Oh, I know, but you know.
And what I'm trying to tell Hunter, I respect Hunter's takes. I know Hunter's tries to be funny. He clickbaits and he goes after people, but I know he got great sense. That's number one. I'm saying that. But if you cannot stand and say because them boys had them beat, they had a plan, they moved the ball on them, and guess what they did? We're gonna force it to Nacua. That was stupid. They were forcing the ball to Nacua. The Seattle Seahawks plan was to take Nacua away.
There are three things. There are three things that cost the Rams that game.
But you see, we realized when they started doing it, and we had Nick Amariali start. It's so hard to pronounce his last name. Start playing on him because he was going to be physical. What have I always told y'all about Puka? You have to play him physical.
Yeah, that you've always said that. You got to pretty much hit him in the mouth.
And they felt like Puka. They felt like Puka was faster than him, and it didn't matter because all he did was stay inside Puka's hips, and they forced the ball, and I'm like, dude.
And I'm glad they did that because I've said all playoffs, our weakness, and I really haven't talked a lot about Woolen, but it's pretty known I'm not a big Woolen fan. I wanted to trade him at the deadline. Job is the weakest link in our secondary.
Oh my God.
They were cooking him.
What do we? Hey, here's a question that I really haven't asked. What do we think about that Cooper Kupp first down that the Rams should have challenged?
I think it was too close to even attempt to waste time on it.
Okay.
Exactly. And then the other part of that, just to jump in on that, it's like this. Man, these corners got to start doing their job in zone coverage.
100%. When you go to zone, you're getting cooked. And that's what the Seattle Seahawks did. They need to stay out of zone.
Let me tell you why they're getting cooked in zone, though, Armchair. I play corner. I mean, this is why
I know you did, my brother.
Because in zone they get bored. They want to jump and look up. You know who was the perfect guy to play zone, and I never know why people don't pattern their game after him, is Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman was one of the smartest zone players. He said, hey, I mean,
steady, yeah.
You gotta come to me, and if you come to me in my area, I got you because I'm tall, I got range. These guys like Rolando Green and the corners in Seattle.
Yeah, Tony, I've heard that for years.
They got this hero syndrome about them, and this hero syndrome gets them beat. They look stupid.
Well, the things, the Bears, the Broncos, and the Rams all did. Well, the Jaguars, Bears, Broncos, and Rams did it this year. They cost themselves the game because they left points on the field. Plain, simple, cut and dry. We could talk about this play. We could talk about that play. We could talk about that taunting. We could talk about that muff punt. But what cost the Jaguars, the Broncos, the Bears, and the Rams the playoffs is they left points on the damn field because of analytics.
Man, I'll go a step further. And you know I don't badmouth my coach, but my coach did the same thing. When Seattle opened that game with that opening kickoff, he should have got his offense together and said, we're going to take every 3-yard play they give us. We're just going to slow this game back down and swing the momentum back. He tried to do big play over them, and all they did was set in zone over big play and use the pass rush because they knew we were weak in the middle. They knew Grindle and Buford were weak. They used that. They beat that pass rush up no time. And these guys get ahead of themselves, man. That's why I said these Wiz kids, the Shanahans, the Johnsons, the Paytons, and all of them, they outsmart themselves during this game.
You're 100% correct. 100%.
Hey, so I know this ain't got nothing to do with that Seahawks game, but where's all those Patriot fans that were in your live last week talking about how Christian Gonzalez was this great corner, and on the second play of the game, Mims should have had a touchdown, but instead of underthrew him a little bit in stride.
Hey, I'm all right, brother, with the loss.
But,
those same Patriots fans, they were in my live after the game, right? None of them were in my live during the game of the Broncos and the Patriots. Not a single one. But after the game, they came in my live talking all their crap about how he was better than PS2 because he got that interception. When Stiddy underthrew it and threw it to the inside instead of the outside.
That was not an interception. That was a punt.
That was a punt on second. That was a second down punt. Punt.
But like I said, man, they were talking about how this and that, but yet Marvin Mims, who we talked about, is primarily a special teams player. He's really not used as a wide receiver. Second play of the game, Mims cooked that guy.
I mean,
There ain't a
it's the
single
best
player on
value
the
you
league
get
better than
from
PS2.
I mean,
I mean,
it's
he's
always
fast.
just a top 5
Marvin Mims is pretty damn quick,
There's
so
no
it's gonna
lie.
happen.
No, Gonzalez is a top 5 corner.
Oh, no, I absolutely love Christian Gonzalez. I think he's a really good player.
No, we didn't say he was better than
Yeah, the Patriots.
No,
have
he said he
a-
was, I think Stingley and PS2 are 1 and 2, and then probably Gonzo.
Dude, I'm gonna go a little different from you on that. I'm going to go Jason Horn at number 3, and I
Oh, Jay, I always
four.
forget about
Oh, hey, this is all I gotta say. This is all I gotta say, though.
Top 5 and gonna keep saying it was
And
more
this
than
this
it
is
was
for
top 5.
Hunter. If you're on the 1 yard line, run the damn ball.
No, I think it's gonna be Drake May throwing that INT this
No,
time.
keep saying that.
It won't be with. It won't be with.
That's all I gotta say. If you're on the 1 yard line, run the damn ball with
I
K9.
felt confident all playoffs. I don't feel any less confident.
If you have a backup QB, kick the field goal.
Yep. Kick the damn. Take the point. Well, it's not even a
Take the
backup
point.
quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not even
Our
that.
secondary,
Ben
our
Johnson
secondary
left
is
9 points on the field.
But what our secondary is going to have to do is, this is where zone's going to help. They're going to have to put their foot in the dirt when Drake May get out of that pocket.
Yes, you're going to
They're
have to
gonna
contain
come
him.
down.
Because you let old man Stafford run for a couple yards. You don't want to do that with Drake May.
I'm rolling Nick Amari. I'm rolling Nick down. However the fuck you say his last name. I want the jersey, by the way. And
Tell your wife.
He's spying all game on Drake May. Play the five, play the middle of the field, play the spy.
What do you think of the new retractable dome we're putting in?
But
You agree with
that's what I'm talking about, Hunter. You can't take Nick Imanwari out of coverage to cover Drake May in a spy, because that's going to hurt your secondary in the long run. Because Nick is and don't kill me, don't jump me for this, but Nick Imanwari is the second coming of Ed Reed, in my opinion.
What do I
He's just
think?
so good.
What do
He's
I
just
think
so
about the
good.
Broncos and the retractable dome? Well, I'm going to give you 2 answers. One, as a fan, I absolutely hate it.
I'm gonna tell you why. Nick and Imanwari, the reason why he fell in the draft is because his hips aren't fluent and he doesn't play the ball. Which now, Ed Reed, on the other hand,
I as a fan, I don't know what happened to D, but as a fan, I do not like it because you're taking out the elements of what makes football football. But if I'm putting my owner hat on, I understand it because I'm about to drop close to $4 billion on this project, and I want that thing open for more than 9 weeks a year. I want it open for concerts. I want it open for wrestling. I want it open for everything else.
And who's to say you just don't keep it open when it's snowing?
They already said it. They said it yesterday. They asked the owners, what if you were in the new stadium and knew that that snowstorm was coming, would the dome have been closed? And they said yes.
That's an L. Why?
They said yes. The owners of the Denver Broncos were asked if they were playing the AFC Championship game in the new stadium that they're about to build with the retractable roof and knew that that storm was going to hit in the second half, would the roof have been closed? And they said yes.
See, the Buffalo Bills stood on business.
No, the Buffalo Bills did not stand on business. That is 100% incorrect. The Buffalo Bills were told by the city of Buffalo and the people of Buffalo that if you want a dome stadium, we're not paying for it.
The fans stood on business.
You said the Bills, not the
I'm not saying
fans.
the fans.
I got to listen to.
So that is why 40% of the fan part of the Bills' new stadium is covered, not the whole damn thing. And in 2027, the Jaguars will not be playing in Jacksonville. They will be playing in Orlando because they're about to put a translucent dome over the field in Jacksonville. The Chiefs' new stadium will be a dome. The Commanders' new stadium will be a dome. The Titans' new stadium will be a dome. The Browns' new stadium will be a dome.
Guys, we all got this.
Everybody's going to a dome.
This is not about football anymore.
It's about the Super Bowl.
They're trying to make the money. They
Yep.
can host concerts, Final Fours. They can host
Super
Bowls.
Super Bowls,
They
everything.
can put soccer in there. They can do all kinds of stuff with these things throughout the year to make money all year instead of just for those 9 weeks a year.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a business decision.
That's why I say I can give you two answers. As a fan, I don't like it because you're taking out what makes football great. But as an owner, I completely understand it. As a fan, I don't like it, but if I'm sitting there with the owner, I understand his logic, especially with the Broncos who are paying for the whole damn thing themselves.
That's the thing. That was my question. As a Bronco fan, I'm happy that our owner's actually paying for the damn stadium instead of having our taxes paying.
So
Like down here in Atlanta, the public only paid for about 20% of it. The rest of it came from the owner.
well, yeah, he owns
But
the Home
owner is
Depot.
collecting money over fists because
Hey, Ray,
because he also it's also
Absolutely correct. That's why it
like
wasn't a
Lucy
dome.
Blaze,
hey,
and they got the soccer team
Ray,
that's here too.
so here in
I don't know how 10-7 has got spanked, but go ahead with yourself.
They raised taxes on the people of Charlotte. The people that have the Charlotte address got their taxes raised to do a $2.8 billion renovation
Yep.
of Bank of America Stadium.
Yep.
So the taxpayers are paying for the upgrades on that stadium.
Yep.
And we all
All
know
they
that
did over here in Atlanta was raise the taxes on
David
hotels.
Tepper
The hotels paid for them.
David Tepper is one of the wealthiest owners in the NFL because he not only owns the Panthers, he also owns the FC Charlotte Soccer Club, who makes a ton of money. This guy makes money over money. He also owns businesses. He makes a lot of money, and he couldn't even pay for 20% of it.
Well, look
He
at the
basically-
Hunt family for Kansas City with their new stadium. Look at the Lamar Hunt family.
They had to beg for that stadium to be.
They are one of the richest owners in the NFL, and they're only provide. I think the stadium is three point some odd billion, and they're only providing like 1.2 or 1.4 billion for
That's
it.
some bullshit. Fuck it.
I'm pretty sure that's why Cleveland moved out of.
But that's what I'm saying about David Tepper. Like, he's putting no money into Bank of America Stadium. The taxpayers are paying for the $2.8 billion upgrade. That's all
Yep.
the taxpayers of the city. of
I don't
Charlotte.
think the Hunt family is spending a dime on the new stadium. That's why they moved it across the bridge.
They're paying no. They are paying 1.8 or 1.3 billion, but within the next like 5 years they'll get all that money back. Because the money of the stadium, how it works in Kansas City is really weird. Because the state of Kansas will actually get no money off of that stadium. None. So the money they're putting into the stadium, they're never going to get back. It's really weird. There's a guy on YouTube, and I don't know, I can't remember what channel it was, but he completely broke it down word for word, line for line, of how the state of Kansas is getting screwed over with this new stadium.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen the same thing you saying. But at the end of the day, if they get
Idaho, been there, love it. Been through Boise, absolutely love it.
Hey, so this is how it's going to work though, because like the Broncos owner is paying for all out of the pocket, right? So it's whatever it is.
Right. I think the entire project, because it's not just the stadium, but the entire project is like 4.1 billion.
But they're going to get, the owners of the Broncos are going to get that money back probably in 2 years because if they host a Final Four, the Final Four is going to pay them millions of dollars.
How about a Super Bowl? If they host a Super Bowl,
they can host a Super Bowl. They can host Final Fours, concerts, when like
WrestleMania, SummerSlam.
So say Taylor Swift wants to do a concert in Denver. So you say, hey, I'm gonna use the Broncos Stadium. She's gonna pay the owners to use that stadium.
Yep.
So she's gonna say, hey, I'll give you $1 billion to host a concert there.
So here's another question. What's the old one? Are they gonna tear it down?
They are gonna no. They are gonna use it for the soccer team.
Oh, okay.
It will now be used for the soccer team after the Broncos are done with it. And here's the kicker about the Broncos Stadium. The new one is actually going to be bigger than what Empower Field is right now. Empower Field holds 76,600 and something. This new stadium is supposed to hold around 85,000.
Wow. And we getting rid of
Speaking of SummerSlam, we're ready for the Royal Rumble.
They should design it for the sound like Seattle's.
Well, it kind of is. They're looking at the company who did the Atlanta Falcons Stadium, the SoFi Stadium, the Minnesota Stadium, the Seahawks Stadium, and there's one more. Is it the Titans? It might be the Titans' new stadium. They're getting all these ideas together to make it the way they want it. Now, I do love the Atlanta Falcons Stadium. I love the roof on how it opens. But they're not going to go that route because of how long it took to get that correct. It's just like the Texans are getting a new stadium. Because NRG Stadium, or whatever it's called, it is so obsolete that the technology is so obsolete that it actually costs more money to maintain it than to build a new one. That is what's interesting with the Texans.
Could some of these new stadiums potentially host events for the Olympics? They make money off that as well.
Oh, that you'll be amazed at what these new stadiums are going to do, and that's why everybody now there is one team that I'm pretty sure would the fan base would absolutely revolt and march on the stadium if they say they're going to tear it down to build a dome, and that's the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, but with the whole concept about the Olympics, no, because it'll be ages before the Olympics comes back after it's coming to LA.
Yeah.
You know, now as in wrestling. Most likely these stadiums won't be able to get WrestleMania. But WrestleMania is too much of a money grab. That's why they went back to Vegas.
No, I'm talking like SummerSlam and stuff like that.
SummerSlam, yes. But WrestleMania.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's going to stay in Vegas.
Huh?
So, Ray, you're telling me in 2028 they're not going to use the LA Rams Stadium?
Oh no, they're using SoFi Stadium in 28.
No, they're using SoFi Stadium for the Olympics. I thought you were talking about some a new random dome.
Hey, so and if I'm not mistaken, next year the Mercedes-Benz Dome, which is in Atlanta, they're using that stadium for the World Cup.
Yep.
World Cup is going to be here.
They're also using, well, you got to remember MetLife Stadium. MetLife Stadium is being used for something as well. Now, WrestleMania in 2026 is in Vegas.
In 2027 is in Saudi Arabia.
And it's in 27 is in Saudi Arabia, yep. So 26 is in Vegas, and it's $75,000 a ticket to sit in the front row right by the ring.
Yeah, like
I will sit in my house and watch it.
It was supposed to be in New Orleans.
Yep, it was supposed to be in New Orleans.
They they said they couldn't make enough money, so they went right back to.
They went right back to the, well, yeah, because of who they partner with.
Yeah, TKO.
Yeah, TKO. They got to make that money. I mean, look at the Super Bowl. The cheapest ticket I have found for this year's Super Bowl is between $5,000 and $9,000 in the nosebleed section.
Hey, so this is where TKO messed up when they bought WWE, by the way, because I live pretty close, and they do an event right down the road from me, like in Greenville, South Carolina, and when they come to Greenville, I used to take me, my two sons, my brother-in-law, and my mother-in-law went, and we spent like $200 for like 5 tickets, okay, which isn't bad, but then when they come to Greenville last year, just for 2 tickets for me and my brother-in-law would have been $800.
Yep.
How the hell you expect someone to
Because somebody's gonna pay for it.
That's crazy.
Because somebody's going to pay for it.
Yep, exactly.
You're a Titans fan? That's awesome. I do like the Tennessee Titans as well. Again, look at this Super Bowl, right? You can talk about wrestling, you can talk about Super, you can talk about Final Four, you can talk about all that. Explain to me how, all right, so Hunter is a Seahawks fan. Hunter didn't know the Seahawks were going to the Super Bowl until last Sunday. If he wants to go to this game, how is he supposed to get $5,000 to sit in the nosebleed section to watch this game? Back in the 70s and 80s, it was $25 to watch the Super Bowl. But now you're paying these prices because you got to pay for all the brands, you got to pay for all the advertising, you got to pay for all this crap.
So, again, I understand that it's a business and they're trying to make money, and it's the same way with the WWE with entertainment. And like you said, they didn't go Norris because they said they couldn't make the money for WrestleMania. But if TKO would say, hey, you know what, so just in the nosebleed sections for WrestleMania tickets a couple of years ago at MetLife Stadium, and that's all the way up to the top of the stadium.
Yep.
The cheapest ticket for WrestleMania was $20,000 or something, bro.
Yep. Last
so
year's.
you want me to pay $20,000 per ticket to be at the very top and see bare minimum? But if you would look like, and if you would say, hey, you know what? Let me lower those tickets. Let me make them $8,000, and people would be able to afford those, and you would make even more money because more people would attend the events.
Again.
A lot of people don't go to these events, and they're wondering why they're not selling out this or selling out
Because
that.
it's too expensive. Again, you're paying the brand name. It's like this year's WrestleMania in Vegas to sit right by the ring, right by the ring divider, right? That nice little wall. $75,000 per seat. To go to this year's Super Bowl, sit behind the Seahawks bench is around $46,000 to $60,000 per ticket. To sit behind the Patriots is around $55,000 to $70,000 per seat.
So how much is it going to be for the UFC White House event? Imagine that's going to be.
Yeah, I don't even want to know. Yes, I am a veteran.
Selling 4 tickets for that.
So you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do when I'm watching the Super Bowl, either the Broncos in it, whenever, or right now. My happy butt is going to Buffalo Wild Wings to spend time with my children on my birthday to watch the Super Bowl, have some Buffalo Wild Wings, and have me some pretzel dots. So you better have some pretzel dots, Hunter.
Hey, guys, I'm just saying, man. And it's the same way with regular season games, too. Like, I'm just saying, I live, I don't know, about an hour from Charlotte, and I can go to the Panthers.
Look, we talking about winners right now, baby.
But why do I want to pay $120 to $150 per seat?
And let's talk about the Broncos, y'all.
NFL play.
We're talking about everything, Tuck. Everything. Okay, so I wanted to go to the Broncos game down in Houston this past season, to sit behind the end zone in the corner in the first section, not the first row, but the first, section of bleachers. It would have cost $298 per ticket for my wife and I.
Oh, that's not bad. Hey,
that's not bad. I'm a cheap mother.
That's not bad. Hey, so game tickets change based on who they play. So, like, if the Broncos are playing, like the Jaguars and the Broncos were both in the playoff hunt for that Bronco game. So the tickets went from, we'll just say $100 to almost $400
because of what it meant.
And it's the same way,
Yeah.
like in the NBA, like the Charlotte Hornets. I can watch them also because they're right there. So like if I went and watched them play the Atlanta Hawks, I can get tickets for $80. If they were playing the Lakers, I'd be paying $300.
Yep.
Well, a lot of it has to do too with
That's,
season ticket holders. If they want to sell their season tickets, especially like the Broncos, the bad weather, there's a few fans selling their tickets for a lot of money.
Well, it's not only that, but it was also, so when I was live streaming the game, there was somebody that came on the live stream who her family has season tickets, and she was telling us how much it was going to cost them for their seat ticket in the playoffs, and it was ridiculous. I think she said it was like 20 grand. Because even though you're a season ticket holder, if your team goes to the playoffs, you have to buy those tickets. You get first dibs,
So Chris,
but you have to buy them.
Chris, you want to hear something crazy? Divisional game in Houston Stadium, Jaguars, Houston. Tickets were only like $70 for the middle area in the stadium.
Well, 2 years ago, Chris will know this. 2 years ago, when the Carolina Panthers were really, really bad, they were selling tickets for $12. Talking about good tickets.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But like those were the like the upper race seats. But for the lower, like the close to team field, like the Underdome stuff, they were selling those for like $40 a piece, bro.
See?
Yeah.
So, I mean, your team may suck, but I can go watch a game, a professional game for $40. I think I do that. Try to get some autographs or something.
Hey, but that was just the Panthers. But like, so that was just a few, because they played Atlanta and Tampa Bay and New Orleans, and those teams kind of suck right now too. But like when they played the what team come in there a couple years ago that was really good, and of course the Panthers got beat. But those tickets, like to even get the upper ring tickets, those were like $200.
Yep.
Because it's based off the teams.
Yep.
That play.
It's based off of who you're playing and what their record is and what they're doing, especially towards the end of the year. But guys, I'm going to call it a day. I've been at this for 2 hours. My back is starting to hurt, and so is my neck. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all so much for coming in and hanging out with me. I will be back on here tomorrow.
Thank you guys.
I hope y'all have a great rest of your Thursday. Please stay safe. Please stay warm. And if you are not a follower and like my channel, please hit that follow button. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps my channels to grow so we can get more conversation, more people coming in. I love you too, mamas. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day again. And if it wasn't for you guys, my channel wouldn't be going anywhere. So from my family and myself, we love you and we pray that you're safe and we pray that you guys have fun. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.